Hey guys, we're back again with another very fun, easy card trick to do. Don't get me wrong, there is a little bit of sleight of hand, or shall I say a little bit of a move you will have to learn, but I'm sure all you guys who are watching this should be able to do it. But if you can't, don't worry, because I will break this down step by step when I teach it. So all that being said, let me show you the So let me show you what this looks like, because this is a pretty fooling card trick you can do, and your spectators, like I said, they're not going to expect it. So you can see all the cards are completely different, and as well, we do need to cut the cards roughly in half, and to me that is pretty in half, that's pretty accurate. And we do need a card selecting, so hopefully you can help me remember these cards, because I'm shocking at remembering cards. So I'm going to try and choose an easy one. Let's choose the, I don't know, the Ace of Diamonds, just because it's an ace and everybody should remember an ace and it's somewhere lost. And again over here, an easy card, let's say the Queen of Hearts. Everybody should remember the Queen of Hearts. And if we don't remember them cards, then we are buggered. So the Queen of Hearts and the Ace of, oh my God, was it the Ace of Hearts, Ace of Diamonds? It's one of them. But this is a crazy thing, because we've got two red cards here. Whatever happens on the face happens on the back, because now we have two red cards. Not just that, but the whole deck turns red except two blue cards. And you're probably thinking, Brandon, what are those cards? Well, I think you know. One card right here and one blue card right here. Two blue cards. If I remember correctly, this should be the Queen of Hearts. Yes, it was. And was it the Ace of Diamonds or the Ace of Hearts? I forgot. We'll take a look. The Ace of Diamonds. I knew it was one of them. So, yes, that is the effect. All the cards turn red except the two chosen cards, which are blue. But not just that. All this might have been an illusion, because now they are red. And that's the effect. So basically, it's a color changing deck routine. But now you can go into any other routine you wish. There's one little thing you do need to do, which I will show you in just a second. But now you have a normal red deck of cards and you can go into any other routine. So let me show you how this is done. So a pretty cool trick, right? So I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. And you do need two gimmick cards, and that's in fact these two. These cards are in fact magic. No, not magic. Double back cards, a blue and a red card. If you haven't got any of these and you've got a blue card and a red card, so let's say this is the blue card, get a red card and stick them together with double-sided tape, you've made yourself a double back card. So these are the two cards you need for the effect. And to set the cards up, these two cards are just going to go on top of the deck and you are ready to perform the trick. So let me show you how this effect works. So now you've got your double back cards at the top. You can give these cards a shuffle on the face, okay? So you can do some kind of Hindu shuffle if you wish. Or you could do what I did in the performance, where you can just take a group of cards and mix them up this way, but don't obviously flash the cards if you're going to mix them, or if you drop a card and the cards turn over. Just be careful. It's not necessary to shuffle the cards, but if you want to, the best way to do this is doing a Hindu shuffle, where you're just taking cards from the top of the deck, but I don't think it's necessary. But that's completely up to you, because you can shuffle all these cards, just making sure you keep these two blue cards on top. So when you're ready to begin the trick, I did it this way, okay? And this is the easiest way of doing it. So I'm going to cut the cards in half, but at the same time, my thumb is going to slip this top card over to my left hand. Okay? So I'm just going to cut like so. But you're probably thinking, well, Brandon, I can see the red card when you're cutting. What you want to do when you cut is bring the cards up towards yourself like this and say, I'm going to cut about half the card. And I'm doing the exact same move. I'm going to peel this card off like so. And then I say, look, I'm going to cut about half the cards. So now you've got two piles. So at speed, it will look like this. So I'm going to cut the cards roughly in half. And you saw me, I brought the cards up. Now you've got two halves. It doesn't even have to be perfect, and you don't want to drop the cards and do that. You want to make sure they are straight and you're not flashing any red cards. When you're ready to start, you're going to take the cards, you're going to turn them over, and you're going to ask them to name a card. And you don't want to spread too far and flash the red card. So whatever card they name, let's just say they choose the Jack of Hearts. What you're going to do is get a break above that Jack. Okay, I'm doing a big break so you can see, and everything's going to go on top. So I'm holding a pretty big break here. What I'm going to do now is a double undercut. Hopefully you know what a double undercut is. If you don't, I will briefly go over it really quickly. So you're going to hold the cards like so. I'm doing this a bit of a daft angle due to where the camera is. You're going to cut about 3 or 4 cards from the bottom by keeping this thumb break. Okay, and these are going to go on top of the deck, shall we say, on the face, and then cut right at the break to the bottom. So what that has done is played the selection on top and the blue card somewhere in the middle. Okay, we'll do that again. So again, they're going to go ahead and point to a card, so say the Ace of Clubs. Whatever card they choose, you're going to get a break underneath that ace, okay? Or whatever card they're going to choose. So if they want the Ace of Clubs, you get a break. Everything goes on top. So I've still got a big break. Now you're just going to do a double undercut. To do a double undercut, my thumb's coming over, and I'm going to hold the cards like this. Thumb at the back, middle finger at the top of the middle. My left hand is going to come and break some cards from the bottom. Okay, 5 or 6 cards or so. And they're going to go on top of the face up packet, square up, and then cut at the break or drop the break into your left hand, and all of them goes on top. So your Ace of Clubs or your selection will be at the top, and the blue card will be in the center. Okay, and you do the exact same with this pile. You turn them over, you say I want to go ahead and point to a card. Let's say they choose the 6 of clubs. Remember, you don't want a break above it, it's going to be below that card. So I've got a big break here. Everything goes on top, and you're just going to do a double undercut again. So now at the top is the 6 of clubs, and in the middle is the blue card, blue and double back card. And then everything goes face down. So at speed, okay, you're probably all ahead of me right now. I'll do that at speed for you, just so you can see that. Done it the wrong way. There we go. It will look like this. So let's just say, lay them up. And these are new cards. They're very slippery. Let's say they choose the 5 of diamonds. Okay, so I'm going to give the cards a quick cut. And again, let's say they choose the Jack of Hearts. Okay, I'll give these a quick mix so we have no idea where that Jack of Hearts is. We secretly place them 2 cards at the top of the deck. From here, it's completely up to you what you want to do. I think I have 2 red cards, so when whatever happens on the face, happens on the back. You don't have to do that. You can say, if you watch this, I can heat the cards up, and when you heat it up, the cards turn red. And you just turn the cards over, and then you spread. And when you spread, they've just seen blue cards. You took them out of the box to start with, so they're seeing blue, and obviously you cut them in half, seeing blue and blue, so they're not even expecting red cards. This is going to be like, what? So from here, you can take the cards out like so and place it on top. I think I went through them and obviously up-jogged them, but you just take the blue cards out. And all you're going to do now is a double lift. And if you could do a double lift, you are perfect. You can riffle up, you can do your pinky count, but you're just going to do a double lift on these 2 cards. When you do your double lift, okay, 2 cards as one, you're going to turn them over, and you can just push it off. Very easy, because that's the blue card right here. So again, get your blue card, it's a double card, turn them over, and you're going to push off the Jack of Hearts. Do the same here, again, get a break under the top 2 cards, turn these 2 over as one, and push this card off, and the blue card is here. So I usually put the cards together and say you chose the only 2 blue cards in the whole of the red deck, which the cards were blue. And I say, oh, was this all an illusion? And I just pick the cards up, go over the cards and show them that they are red. It's super, super powerful. It really is, guys. And it's not that hard. Yes, the double undercut you have to do and the double lift, which can be challenging, I understand. Then from here, I did say you can go into any other routine you wish, but you do there's one thing you need to do. And what that is to remove the double back cards. Because if I took the card and went, right, okay, I'm going to show you something else, and there's a blue card here and a blue card at the top, it's going to look daft. So when you've done the trick, you will have your double back blue card in the center and one at the top, okay? So what I normally do, when I've done the effect, I'll just cut the cards and say, I'll show you something else, but I need to remove the jokers. I'm not removing the jokers, but I'll show you what it looks like. I'm just going to remove the 2 jokers. We don't actually need the jokers for this, and then you put them in the box. Now I've cleaned up. All I have done is taken these 2 cards out. I thought they're the jokers. They're not the jokers. But that's such an easy way to clean the trick up, because you don't usually use jokers in the trick. And that is it, guys. A very cool, powerful, color changing deck routine with the easiest way to clean up. And if you're going to do it that way, just make sure you remove your jokers if you're going to do this trick. I haven't removed my jokers, because if you're going to say, I'm going to remove the jokers, and you place them there and you do spread the card and they see a joker, they'll say, I thought you moved the joker, and then you've obviously, yeah, they've caught you out. So make sure you do remove the jokers if you're going to do that. Or if you want to be a little bit fancy, you can obviously control them to the bottom and copper them, which can be a little bit daunting, but I am trying to make this super easy for everybody to do. But guys, that is the effect. I'm not going to go for a recap because it was a pretty long tutorial, and obviously the camera angle, hopefully it was okay. If you prefer the camera angle behind me, let me know and I can go through this again if needs be. But that, my friend, is a tutorial of the color changing. So that is the end of the video, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed it. I tried to make it as easy as possible because with a color changing deck, there's loads of different versions, but I thought this is pretty easy to do. Yes, don't get me wrong, there is a couple of slides like with double lift. You have to do double undercut, which can make it a little bit daunting, which I understand, but a little bit of practice, I'm sure you will get this. But that is it. If you are wanting easier tricks than this, let me know down in the comment section, or if you want harder tricks, let me know and I can upload them for you. But that is it, guys. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and also please turn your notification bells on, and I'll see you next time.